There's a reason we call them comfort foods. They are the tastes of our history, the smells that filled our mother's kitchen, the dishes we've turned to for decades when we've had a hard day, when we're celebrating, or when we just want to feel good. They feel like a warm hug from the inside out. We think of them as friends, and for most of our lives, they were. But there comes a time when even the oldest friendships need to be reevaluated. As we cross the threshold of 60, 70, and beyond, our bodies undergo a profound and silent change. The engine doesn't run the same way it did at 30. Our metabolism slows, our ability to process certain ingredients changes, and our nutritional needs shift dramatically. What if I told you that some of your most beloved, trusted comfort foods, the ones you eat every week, the ones you think are perfectly fine, have turned against you? What if they are no longer providing comfort, but are instead acting as silent saboteurs, contributing to inflammation, fatigue, high blood pressure, and brain fog? Today, we are going to have a difficult but necessary conversation. We are going to walk into the kitchen and shine a light on 5 common comfort foods that are secretly harming seniors. This is not about deprivation. It is not about telling you that you can never enjoy a treat again. It is about knowledge. It is about understanding how your body has changed so you can make choices that will give you the true comfort of health, vitality, and energy for the years ahead. Music shifts to a clear, informative, and empathetic tone. Let's begin with the first one. It's a staple on breakfast tables and a go-to for a quick, easy lunch. It's processed deli meats. Think of that classic ham and cheese sandwich, or the bacon alongside your eggs. They seem like good, solid sources of protein. But for an older body, they are a Trojan horse. The problem lies in how they are made. To give them that flavor and that long shelf life, they are pumped full of sodium and preservatives like nitrates. Let's talk about the sodium first. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become a little stiffer, a little less elastic. When we flood our system with the massive amounts of salt found in just a few slices of deli ham, it forces our body to hold on to water. This puts an immense strain on those already stiff vessels and the heart, driving up blood pressure. It's like turning a garden hose on full blast when the hose itself is old and brittle. Then there are the nitrates. These preservatives, when cooked or digested, can convert into compounds that are linked to inflammation throughout the body. For a senior, inflammation is the enemy. It's the fuel for arthritis pain. It contributes to heart disease, and it's linked to cognitive decline. That comforting sandwich might be feeding the very aches and pains you're trying to soothe. Consider my friend Robert. He loved his daily bologna sandwich for lunch. He also suffered from persistent swelling in his ankles and high blood pressure that his medication was struggling to control. His doctor suggested cutting out the deli meat for 2 weeks. Robert was skeptical, but he switched to sandwiches made with leftover roasted chicken or turkey breast cooked at home. In just 2 weeks, the swelling in his ankles was gone and his blood pressure had dropped by 10 points. It was a revelation. The swap is simple. Move away from the processed counter. Roast a turkey breast or a chicken on Sunday and slice it yourself for the week. You get the protein, the flavor, and the comfort without the chemical cocktail that your body can no longer handle. The second comfort food is a symbol of warmth and care. It's canned soup. What's more comforting on a rainy day, or when you're feeling a bit under the weather, than opening a can of chicken noodle or tomato soup? It's easy, it's warm, and it feels wholesome. But pick up that can and look at the label. The first thing you'll see is a shocking amount of sodium. A single can often contains more than an entire day's worth of recommended salt for a senior. We already talked about what that does to your blood pressure, but there's another hidden danger in many canned soups: the lining of the can itself. Many cans are lined with chemicals like BPA to prevent the metal from corroding. These chemicals can leach into the food. For an aging body whose detoxification systems, the liver and kidneys, are not as efficient as they once were, these chemicals become a heavier burden to process. They can act as hormone disruptors and contribute to that overall inflammatory load. Instead of the can, look for soups sold in glass jars or BPA-free cartons. Better yet, make a big pot of homemade soup once a month and freeze it in individual portions. You control the salt, you control the ingredients, and you get a depth of flavor and nutrition that no can ever provide. That is true comfort. Transition. Now we come to the third one. This is the ultimate accompaniment to a meal, the definition of filler. It's refined white breads and pastas. The dinner roll with butter, the plate of spaghetti, the white toast with breakfast. They are soft, easy to eat, and instantly satisfying. But here is the hard truth. To your body, that slice of white bread is almost identical to a spoonful of table sugar. During the refining process, the grain is stripped of its fiber and nutrients, leaving behind pure, quickly digested starch. When you eat it, your blood sugar skyrockets. In response, your pancreas has to pump out a flood of insulin to bring it back down. Then comes the inevitable crash, leaving you feeling tired, foggy, and hungry again an hour later. For a senior, this roller coaster is exhausting. It stresses your pancreas, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes, which becomes much more common as we age. And furthermore, this high-sugar environment promotes something called glycation in the body. Imagine it as a kind of internal rusting. It damages proteins, stiffens tissues, accelerates the aging of your skin, and can even contribute to the clouding of your lenses in your eyes and stiffness in your joints. I know, switching is hard. Whole grain can taste bitter or be tough to chew. But you don't have to go from white bread to cardboard. Look for white whole wheat bread, which is softer and milder. Try pasta made from legumes like lentils or chickpeas. They taste great and are packed with protein and fiber that will give you steady, sustained energy instead of a crash. Transition. The fourth comfort food is a beloved beverage, often seen as a healthier alternative to soda. It's store-bought fruit juice. A glass of orange juice with breakfast feels like sunshine and vitamin C. It feels virtuous. But here is the reality. When fruit is juiced, you are taking all the sugar from 6 or 7 oranges and putting it into one glass, while throwing away the most important part, the fiber. The fiber is what slows down the absorption of that sugar. Without it, drinking that glass of juice is like mainlining liquid sugar directly into your bloodstream. It causes that same damaging blood sugar spike and insulin surge we just talked about. It contributes to weight gain, particularly around the midsection, which is the most dangerous type of fat for heart health. And despite the vitamin C, the inflammatory effect of that sugar bomb outweighs the benefits. The solution? Eat the fruit. Peel an orange. You'll likely only eat one. You'll get the juice, the flavor, and the fiber that tells your body I'm full and helps regulate your blood sugar. If you need a drink, try water with the squeeze of fresh lemon or lime. It's refreshing, hydrating, and truly healthy. Transition. And finally, the fifth comfort food. This one is the innocent-looking evening treat. Low-fat or diet sweet treats. We've been told for decades that fat is bad, so we reach for the low-fat cookies, the diet ice cream, the light yogurts, thinking we are making a heart-healthy choice. But food manufacturers have a secret. When they take the fat out of food, they take out the flavor and the satisfying texture. To put it back in, they have to add something else. And that something else is almost always sugar or worse, artificial sweeteners and chemical thickeners. Read the label on a low-fat muffin. It often has more sugar than the regular version. And those artificial sweeteners? Emerging research suggests they can confuse your metabolism and negatively affect the good bacteria in your gut. As we age, our gut health becomes the cornerstone of our immune system and our ability to absorb nutrients. Disrupting it with chemical engineering is a high price to pay for a guilt-free cookie. Moreover, our bodies and our brains need healthy fats. They are essential for cognitive function and for absorbing vital vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Stop fearing the fat and start fearing the chemical engineering. Instead of a low-fat processed treat, have a smaller portion of the real thing. Have a small square of high-quality dark chocolate. Have a bowl of full-fat, plain Greek yogurt with some fresh berries and the drizzle of honey. It will be more satisfying, you'll eat less of it, and your body will know exactly what to do with those real, whole ingredients. Music becomes warm, conclusive, and empowering. Processed meats, canned soups, refined white flours, fruit juices, and low-fat chemical treats, they promise comfort, but for